right of the American people to a speedy trial. Trump's lawyers say that's not the case. Trump is entitled to lots of time to figure out a way to defend. And the Supreme Court will have to decide between those two different points of view. And really, it's a decision about whether or not we are continuing to be a democratic nation where presidents can be held accountable just like anyone else can.
Joyce, it seems like the hush money trial in New York, that might be the first criminal case to get started. It's scheduled March 25th. And our colleague, Charles Coleman, in just this last hour told me that Trump's not going to try to delay this trial because he can spin any outcome to his benefit out on the campaign trail. Do you agree with that?
Well, you know, it's tough to spin the outcome of a trial from prison. And, of course, we don't know whether the judge would be inclined to take him straight into custody if he's convicted or if he would get an appeal bond. But I suppose that's one dynamic there. But look, it's one thing to spin a case before it's tried. It's an entirely different thing after the fact. There will be reporting. There will be transcripts of testimony from witnesses. And there will be a jury of Donald Trump's peers who will pass judgment on whether he is guilty or not. We know that jury verdicts carry great weight with the public. There are polls where a number of Republican and independent voters have said they would be turned off from voting for the former president if he's convicted in a case. So watch Trump to say that this case is insignificant, that it's unimportant, that it's a witch hunt. The reality is that this is a case about election interference and Donald Trump trying to keep key facts away from American voters on the eve of an election. I think the outcome of this case, if there's a conviction, will be monumental, and Donald Trump will have a lot of trouble spinning it away.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you very much, Joyce. And Joy, just want to tell you that I also watched the O.J. Simpson case. I knew it was dark.